set up or how it's done. Having a promotion or something like that. Fabulous.
I need a couple of there.
Fabini.
Yeah, I know. You know what? So I heard it was.
I don't know who's got with him actually.
Where? They've got Mike and Ryan. I know. That doesn't feel right.
It's getting close to game time, I think.
They got two people.
Maybe, are you with Dick?
Yeah, but I don't, we got, I know guys, so this year we got.
Oh, so you don't know.
I don't, yeah, no, we just picked up a new guy this year for our lead, a friend of the guy that we had last year.
Can't find the other team, huh?
Some of them.
What?
Me and Nick are here, me and Fabs are here. You know the front end, you can't get those guys to ever freaking show up on time. Here they are. Here they are. Hey, turn your hands in, boys.
What's your last name?
You're at the show. Make sure you listen, man.
Okay. Ryan,
I'll shake your hand on the floor.
That's Mike. F-I-T-F-R-I-T. F-R-R-I-T-C-I-N-T. All right, guys,
You want to get it right for the press release.
Yeah. Let's see. Just make sure we last past 7:30. That's my goal today. So be gentle.
All right.
Yeah, you know, you can break down your shots. You know.
So what is going on here?
Oh, they broadcast it live.
Oh, now you're
Good
gonna
commentary.
All right.
That's great. You're on TV.
Text out.
Yeah.
I've done that before. No one's taken me up on it.
Hey, you know what? I think there was one time, there were like 24 views on one time. Someone was down. There was a night I was off. I signed on, checked out. Yeah, I was streaming to like 24, 25 people. Solid. Oh, really?
Guard shot. Texted that.
Very good. How did he even play him? That's the best he can come up with. He plays 5 days a week to do that. Really?
Oh, he's got the wide brush.
I had that for 20 years.
Dad?
Right, when I'm reading the curling news, your name's all over it.
What?
Runner up. Second man. Rice Lake.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It happens so often, apparently he forgets.
I forget where I've been. Yeah, we had some good ones.
There's the other face.
You guys like right on time. 6 o'clock. Wouldn't want to be too early.
No.
Porter, you guys want to call? You guys want to call?
Tails. I don't think I want to see that.
Wow, that's a first one of the year.
Good drilling.
Look at that. We'll take Hammer right out of the. We'll make the guys chase us all match now. We won last week too, and I couldn't remember the freaking colors of the stone. That's when I threw that wrong one. This time, if I throw the wrong one, just let it go, and then at the end, when everything's done, then we'll fix it.
You got the wrong one. 6 days. Aren't we still shooting the other color?
It's
Like 6 cents in, you'd have to figure it out.
the ground. I think I made it like what, 3?
We finally win a toss. Still want me to throw?
Yes, yeah.
Alright. I had my doubts it's going to go as well as last week. That was like a record-breaking
From the Duluth Curling Club, another night of live curling action. Tonight, Dick Fabini against Phil DeVore. First rock is underway with Eric the Wizard Wizery. It's Doug Britton ready to bring you another game. That first shot from, who's that, Jake Hanauer? Pretty nice opening rock, huh?
Yeah.
Right on that center line. Stepping in is Mike Cohen. Mike is new to the Fabini team this year. Dick's got that broom out there looking like he's trying to come around that center guard. And looks like Mike might have gotten a little wide of that broom. See if they can bring it in. Well, they've got it over the hog line. It's a good shot. It's going to work out just fine. Fabini comes in without a win this year. They're 0-4. DeVore comes in with a 2-1 record. And back to Jake Hanauer. And Jake will try to come around with the out turn. How's that look, Eric? Looks pretty close here. Boy, he threw a nice center guard and great weight on his second rock too.
Yep, right around it.
Just about a perfect start for Jake Hanauer. Let's see what Mike can do here. Looks like Dick Fabini wants him to follow that rock in. And he looks like he might come up a little bit light. I think he's going to be into that center guard. Just not enough weight on that rock. John Wharton steps in for Phil DeVore's team. Phil's going to try and tuck another one in there. Got a new mic out on the ice this year, so you're hearing a little bit of the sounds from the ice. Whoop, that one's going to be a little light too. Going to knock that center guard off. Actually, knock the rock just thrown off a bit. But boy, look at those guards up front. I think you got to break it up, don't you, Eric?
Yeah, if you have the hammer.
All right, Brian Fritzinger. Call has been made. Well, that didn't have enough weight to remove that rock. Now there's two red rocks in play. That really didn't help.
No.
Left an open portal, but I'm guessing Phil would try and fill that. No, that needed to be thrown a lot heavier. Oops. John Wharton with his rock number 2. Boy, looks like he's got that portal pretty well filled.
Might overcurl a little.
It might. You're right. Good call. Yep. Left an opening. It's a little smaller, but it's there. Brian needs to put a little bit more weight on this now. they're not going for that center one. Boy, I'd be going for the center one. Although I guess the counter is the back one, isn't it?
Yeah.
This looks like a great rock. It's going to get by. Oh, just caught that guard. Needed 1 inch more of clearance. But he did clear one side of the ice. All right, Seppo Sorman steps into the hack now, ready to throw his first rock. Throwing third rocks for Phil DeVore tonight. Jim Lutton is out. What sheet is he on? We'll try and pick that up later. He's playing with Mike Huska, I think, tonight.
I thought he was on vacation.
Oh, is he on vacation? Maybe that's it. He gets a vacation?
I guess. We go left here.
You know, he's probably, if he's on vacation, he's probably watching this. We better be careful what we say. That's right. Thanksgiving is a big family gathering for the Lutnans. So he may be back home over in northern Wisconsin. All right, Scott Sepp with his first rock. He's throwing third for Dick Fabini. Looks like he's going to get one out. It's going to stick. Is it going to stick around? No, I think that'll roll out. Just.
Might be a biter. It's hard to tell from the camera.
It is hard to tell. I'm going to call it out. At this point, it really doesn't matter because there's 2 red rocks in the house. Seppo's already trying to confuse us by trying to throw the wrong color. Luckily, his teammates caught him. All right, trying to set another guard right up in front there. Protect that front rock. Oh, it's going to come right to it. That's a great shot. It not only protected it, but it adds a third red rock into play, into scoring position.
Some good sweeping, too, to get it by that guard.
It sure was. Now, it's getting tough for Fabini here. Scott Sepp, his third is up with his second shot. Trying to curl behind those 2 red rocks in the top of the house. Looks light to me. It looks light. Light is not going to be helpful here.
No, they don't want to be guarding those reds.
And a guard is exactly what he gets. There's really not much you can do either. What could you play? You could play that the yellow rock on the to the right of the center line, I guess, and try and run that back. But there's really not much you can do here. Phil DeVore is in great position in number 1. Trying to draw behind. This one might be a tad heavy. Oh, it sticks around, biting in the back. Well, Dick Fabini just saw that rock. He's going to try and follow it in, be just a tad lighter, get behind cover, and out count some red rocks. This is Dick's first rock this first end. He's seen a number of rocks thrown already, so he may have a feel, should have some feel for it. That weight looks pretty good to me. Might be a tad heavy though.
It does look heavy.
It does look heavy.
Jam on the back? No.
A jam in the back would have been great. Now there's 4 rocks in play for red. 4 counting. Phil's got and he just threw heavy, so he has a pretty good feel for what this should do. He wants to just bite the top 12 foot and block off access to a scoring position for yellow. It is going to crash on the top yellow rock, leave a portal there to the back one. Not easy.
No, it definitely makes that draw a lot harder.
But not as bad as if he was biting the 12 foot. There's 4 red rocks counting now. Fabini's debating. He's got his broom down. Scott Sepp is holding that broom.
High pressure draw in the first end.
It sure is against 4. Now he just threw this shot. He knows it was heavy. See if he can make the adjustment. Just got to get it through that portal. If he gets through, he's going to hit the one in the back, if nothing else. All right, we're ready for our final rock here, end number 1. Fabini against DeVore. DeVore at this point counting 4. Ooh, the line is tight. I think he's going to crash on the guards unless they can hold. They're holding it out there so far. Can they? No, he's going to hit the one up front. He was a little inside that broom on the release, and as a result, cut across. And I think his weight was pretty good.
Yeah.
But that's a pickup of 4 for a steal of 4 for DeVore in end number 4. All right, on we go to end number 2. Phil DeVore with the broom out, calling for a Jake Hanauer to put it right into the house, top of the house. Well, I've never seen Phil move quite as fast as that. You see him running out there, thinking
Yeah.
that shot might be a little light. Looks perfect to me, just like Jake did in the end number one. He put it in exactly that same position. Phil's fears were unfounded. All right, Mike Cohen trying to come around. This might be a tad heavy. On the other hand, it might be really good. Good shot from Mike Cohen. Let us know what you think of that ambient sound out there. That's new this year. Jake trying to remove the rock that Mike Cohen just threw, and he's got a good shot there. He's going to bump it back and remove it from the house.
Real nice weight on that throw.
Very nice weight. Let's see if Mike Cohen can get rid of that red rock and roll behind cover. I'd have picked up his weight too much. It's running a little bit wide. Tendency on the takeouts is to throw them harder than you think, and don't need to do that on this ice. It's fast ice, and I didn't see what Phil was trying to do here. Top of the 12-foot, cover it. So it looks like.
Oh, it's about where it's going to end up.
It sure is. That's a good rock. Brian Fritzinger steps in. That's hanging out there too. I think he's going to get a piece of the top rock, but remove it. But not stick around. This might be wide. It's not going to give a little heavier than Phil wanted. Perfect shot here would be hit the that top rock with the broom on it just to the inside, knock it out, come over and knock the second rock out. Oops, let's see if Brian Fritzinger can do it. Boy, the line is looking good right now. It's looking real good. It's got to come just a little bit more. Looks really good. Oh, we got the back rock. Didn't come enough. Just either a little wide or a little too much weight. That was the chance they had, the opportunity they were looking for.
Yeah.
And this looks like it's going to be in the house as well. It's going to guard the back one. That's a good rock from Seppo, huh?
Very nice.
We got Seppo at third for DeVore and Sepp at third for Fabini. Lesser guys would be confused by that, or could be confused by that. Again, a little too much weight, and I think it's going to buzz on by. You're just throwing too much weight. You could try a split here. It would open up the rock at the top of the forefoot. Oh, he's going to be right on top of it. He's going to pop that one back into a hidden position and leave his rock in great position. That's a very narrow portal to come through. And a very difficult double.
Yeah.
You would just have to kiss that the one in the top of the 8-foot. Just touch it, and I don't think you could remove it to get them both. Yeah, I don't think you can. I don't think you can get them both. Again, he's heavy, and it's hanging out there. He's going to get that outside guard. Where's he going to leave his shooter? Actually, that did help yellow to an extent. They're still not in great shape, but the last position was impossible, I thought.
Yeah.
All right, I think Phil will just set one up there again, just like Seppo did.
Just gave it. I just thought I needed.
And this looks wide and heavy, at least wide. Well, I think it did its job.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there was a port there, does it?
No, well, there is a port there, but boy, it's narrow. You hate to try and drive one of theirs in to get red rocks out. I mean, that can just compound your problems.
Yeah.
Plenty of room. You may have to
I think I would guess what's likely to happen here is Fabini's going to hit that rock fill just through on the inside. The yellow rock will skitter to our left, and he won't get through to those two red rocks. That's what I think will happen here, because I think he has to pick up his weight to try and get through that port. But we'll see. He needs something good to happen.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right, the fabulous Fabini with his first rock here. And it is hanging out. He's not going to come across and hit that inside. Actually, if he hits the outside, he may drive it back into those. Bang. Not an awful result.
No, that still leaves that one mostly covered.
Phil's got to cover the one on the left now. It changes the shot for both players. It's a good outcome. I guess as good as you could hope for in that situation.
Yeah.
Well, you could hope for a better, but realistically, you're not going to get it there. All right, Phil DeVore ready to go. Seppo's got that broom down, trying to guard those two scoring Red Rocks. It's over curling. It's into the center. He could open it up a bit. All right, Fabini has a hit and a roll behind to score one. Actually, I think he could hit that solid, just hit it straight on, and he's going to score one, isn't he?
Not sure.
He sure doesn't.
I think he wants to be slightly inside if he's wants to guarantee the point.
Yeah, he can't be outside. All right, chance to take one here. Cut the margin. We gotta sweep this one. It's gotta have they gotta get it past those guards. I don't think he's got enough weight. He's into the guards. He may even raise a red one in. It's gonna be at least 2 for red. It's gonna be 3 for red.
Yeah.
He just didn't have the weight, or I don't think he had the weight. I don't think that would have done the job.
No.
Okay, we got a 7-0 game now. Touchdown and an extra point. Jake Hanauer again steps in. He has not relinquished opening rocks through 3 ends. Let's see if he can put it right on that center line for a 3rd straight time. Uh-oh, he looks heavy. He looks heavy. He put it in the house. He did not get it out in front of the house.
Well, that might have been the call since
since they're up big, yeah, it probably was the call. I wouldn't be hitting here. Let's see this. Oops, this is Mike Cohen. course, maybe it's just practice for the boys. There's a nice shot from Mike Cohen. Clean takeout. Good shot from Jake Hanauer.
It's a nice roll, too.
Very good roll. All right, let's see if Mike Cohen can pick up 2 takeouts this end. Looks good.
That's biting.
And Phil will remove it. Up 7, he will take out everything in sight of the opponent's rocks. Hasn't been a miss on the takeouts yet this end. And a good shot from Brian Fritzinger. Who's going to blink first here, Eric?
Oh, with the way things have been going, I'd probably say Fabini if I had to pick.
No, it's right on the money. Going to roll back to the left a little bit. And this rock looks good. All right, Seppo's up. That yellow rock is not in the house, so we're going to see something different, maybe. Phil is asking Seppo to come to the opposite side. It's going to be deep, maybe through. All right, Scott Sepp is up, and he'll try and tuck one behind that yellow guard up front. Could be a good shot here. Is he going to make it behind? Oh, it's just going to come up. Boy, the line was just right. DeVore is calling for the open side.
Not worried about the guards.
Not worried about the guards. No, maybe Seppo said, let's go the other way. Let's try and use those guards to our advantage. Has he got enough? I think he's into the guards. So we got 3 guards over there now. First one behind is going to score a point. Scott Sepp just tried this. It was a little light. Let's see if he can get there. Ooh, he got wide of the broom. Let's see if he has the weight to get it there. That looks very light to me. Oh, jeez. So close. Needed 2 more inches. So we have an open house after 6 rocks. Trying to draw it, or is he trying to take that out? I think he'll probably try and take it out, because if he leaves it, the opportunity will be there to chip in for 2. Happy to give him 1, but he didn't want to give him more than that. It's a big lead. It was a nice roll. It tightened up that that portal to get behind those guards.
Yeah.
Now they could come the other way with an open house. Dick Fabini's been a little light, I think, most of his throws so far. Let's see if he can dial it in here. All right, Fabini's first rock here in end number 3, trailing 7-zip. This rock looks good. This rock looks pretty good. Little chip off that red one. Oh, he's clean. Oh, is he too deep? That's not a bad shot. That was a good shot. Phil will have an opportunity to take it out. But good weight from Dick Fabini there.
Yeah. Definitely would have liked it to be higher.
And to have curled more undercover. Phil doesn't care if he sticks around. He'll just fire away here. Just like to remove that yellow rock to make sure Fabini can get no more than 1. Oh, it's coming. He's gonna be into that yellow guard. He may advance that into the house. He's gonna pop that in unless he hits his. Oh, he got lucky. He got lucky and hit that his own red rock. Otherwise, I think that yellow rock would have been in the house. All right, so Fabini's on the board. Unless he takes his own out here. I don't expect that to happen. All he's got to do is hit the house, bite the house. He'll score 2.
Yeah, he's got his own backing. He could even bump up one of his guards.
Boy, he's got a lot of room there, I hope. He could raise that red one in if he's not careful here. Not sure. I would be at the if I'm trying to stay outside there, I'd come around the red one. I'd have my broom at the edge of the house, I think, here.
Well, you could tighten it up, afford to throw it a little heavy.
Oof, he's going to
You
be
run
into
into
that red one. If he pops it in, he could give up the point. He's into that red one. But he won't give up the point. 1 for Fabini to make it a 7-1 game. Well, good to see him score. That brings Mike Cohen into the hack. Start us off on the 4th end here. Mike hasn't had a try at a guard up front here yet. They've been chasing all night. A little heavy? No, that's a good rock. Good opening rock from Mike Cohen there. Phil, not surprisingly, calls the come around.
Because we were so tight to their guard earlier, so I thought, well, I'll come just a little bit, but that's a funky rhino. It just like it never came out of your head, and it never really, it looked like it was going to be right there, and it never like fell to one rock. Yeah.
Boy, Jake Hanauer's had wonderful weight tonight. Look at that. He places it almost. I think if Phil could have brought that rock down and placed it, it wouldn't have been any better than that. Wants to corner on that red rock, I think. Yep. Well, he bumped it out of the guarded position. Jake makes the nice hit and a nice roll to the outside, so DeVore has 2 rocks counting at the moment, early in the 4th end. Is he past that guard?
He is.
I think he is. That's a nice rock from Brian Fritzinger. Very fine shot. All right, John Wertman's up. And it looks like John has this. In fact, he might get the roll back underneath cover. Nope. Well, yes, he does. Partial cover. It's back where we started, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good shot. Well, I like this call from Dick Fabini. He's trying to hit that outside rock, roll back under the cover of those two, the yellow and red rock in the center. Needs to hit about maybe a third of the inside of that rock. Oh, it's coming too much, I think. Right on by. Well, this has been a common. Phil is looking to remove the guard up front now. Wants to peel that out of there. This might drive it back into one of the red rocks. Oh, just missed.
by.
Boy, that was close. That move of peeling that guard, reduces the possibility of Fabini getting more than one. Right now, the chance of getting one seems minimal. But we'll see. He's not playing that hit and roll now. He's trying to, I think, take out that top red rock. Well, they got to work hard on this one. It's curling. Is he going to get a piece of it? Yes.
Does that make sense to you without the hammer?
I would have thought he would have tried to hit and roll behind again. He needs cover, and Phil's trying to eliminate cover, and actually, I think Fabini helped Phil there. All right, Seppo's got a takeout on this corner rock. Pretty good. Ooh, red is really looking good now. I think Fabini's only chance is to freeze to one of those now. No, he's playing the takeout.
Yeah. And now there's nothing you can draw behind.
There's nothing. Well, he could draw behind this red over here, but I think his only play here would be to freeze to it if he wants to try and score. But maybe he's just saying, let's just practice. Looks good. Looks good from Scott Sepp, but it's going to sit out there in the right out in the open. From Sepp to Seppo. Nice sweeping from from Jake Hanauer there. Wouldn't you like to have those two big guys sweeping for you?
Yeah.
All right, now he can come to that red one and out count everything. Just sit on top of it. I think that's the call. That's the play.
Yeah.
All right, Dick Fabini ready to go with his first rock here. Trying to come down and freeze onto that back red one.
Line's good, how's it? Yeah, you gotta go. Yep.
So far, so good. Needs to curl a lot more and slow down a little bit. Pretty hard to slow down once it's going. Oh, I wouldn't be sweeping now. No, Well, that was a pretty good try. He needed another foot of curl because that's pretty much an open takeoff for Phil. Looks pretty good. Will it leave a pocket? He wants to roll somewhere. Actually, that's not bad. That makes it... What Dick Fabini's got exactly the same shot he just played. He needs to come and sit right on top of that red rock. Needs to freeze to it. He can't leave much space between his yellow rock and the red one. And that would force Phil DeVore into a draw, but we'll see what happens. He's taking just a little bit more broom here. If he throws the same weight... No, he needs to throw, what, less weight?
A little less, and I think
less.
a little about the same broom as last time. That's about where that one ended up.
Isn't that a little more broom than he took last time?
I don't remember.
It's close, but anyway, he needs to sit just to the inside of that red rock and welded to it. Did he get one? No, he's on the broom. But boy, it looks heavy, doesn't it?
It does.
Looks heavy to me. Oh, I wouldn't be sweeping it. It's got to curl a lot to get over to that red rock. Oh, the weight was perfect.
Yeah.
The weight was just perfect. But Phil has exactly the same shot he had last time to take that yellow out and score 4. I think that broom was just a little wide.
Yeah, same as last time.
Of course, I was like, if you guys are in doubt, feel free to. Because I can't. I'd rather call you off than not late.
All right, our final shot here in end number 4. And it looks pretty good to me. I think that yellow rock is gone. And I think that's 4 red.
And it looks like that's the game.
We got some gloves coming off. Skating down here. Yeah, 11-1 is pretty tough to come back on. So Phil DeVore defeats, well, it's hard to say. Phil DeVore defeats Fabini, Dick Fabini. Looks like 11-1 is our final score. So that's about it for tonight, I guess. Eric?
Yep.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you
And happy
too.
Thanksgiving to those of you that were watching for our 4 ends tonight. We will be back with another night of live curling. A week from tonight, 6 o'clock, from the Duluth Curling Club. For Eric Wisery, this is Doug Britton saying good night, and we'll see you next week. And happy Thanksgiving.